Hey guys, we're back. We fucking have projected. Put like reverb or like echoing effects on that whenever I say astral, but not projected
Okay.
or something.
Here it is. We're doing it right now. Welcome to Clown World.
Clown moon. Clown universe. Clown orb. Clown sun. Clown man with a katana who's about to fucking kick our ass. Holy shit.
Riotous,
He's
study the
fucking
blade.
danced up. Holy fuck.
Riotous.
Did we say that we were going to put effects on that?
Riotous. I'll when I'm editing it, I'll remember. It's fine.
Got it. Holy fuck.
He's so badass.
Yes.
It's the meme. Don't go. We need to talk.
Where would I go? As long as you feel driven to survive, I will always be with you.
I mean, don't fuck off suddenly. I need more answers. No, I need help.
I'm only unavailable the moment you wake up. Your time with me is only fleeting if you waste it.
I need to know if you're real, or am I just losing it?
If I were a figment of your imagination, couldn't I just answer yes, I am real? Your subconscious could insist on my reality through this lie, to continue tricking you. And if I were real, couldn't I simply lie about that as well? To plant seeds of doubt in your head about the origin of the ideas you are sharing with this world.
This just sounds like a fancy bullshit way of saying maybe I can't trust anything you say.
But perhaps you can't. Didn't you already know that? Why are you asking me to confirm something to you when you know the mere act of confirmation could be a part of deception? Wouldn't it be better to assume I'm real and ask me these important questions you have? Then, after I answer, you're free to wake up and decide what value those answers have when making your next decisions.
If a fake god walks and talks and behaves and acts like a god, is it a fake god? Is basically what he's saying. Okay, last time you were popping off about your, like, insane psychic imperialism?
I was?
Yeah, that's what you were hinting at.
But what's your question?
I don't even know yet. I guess I'm just trying to confirm that that's what's going on here. Based on the presumption, you're real.
As I just explained, I can't even confirm I am real, let alone confirm what you just asked. But I can continue doing as I done, which is to speak of certain possibilities and waste your fucking time.
Like what?
Such as the possibility that I was not even the first Jubilite, as your manifesto describes.
Huh? Are you saying you aren't...
I'm saying you should consider the possibility that I am not. Consider that I was once a member of a race of people on a far-off planet which was not called Windsafay, and who had never heard of the Jubilites, or ever had any particular affinity for clowns.
Man, what the fuck?
Also consider that I was visited in my dreams by a being that was self-described as the first Jubilite from the planet called Whimsifay, and she told me everything I have told you. Eventually, she began telling me to consider even deeper truths about her reality. This is just going to be a time fucking loop here. It's just going to be time bullshit.
Yeah, when we die, we're gonna come to this space and it's gonna be our duty to pass on the mantle.
Oh no, I'm saying that when we die, we'll be telling him, the riotous, about it.
Oh, it'll be like I see what you're saying.
Yeah, time loop bullshit. She began asking me to consider that she was not the first either. And then came the promises of marriage And before I knew it, I had no free time. I could not fish with the boys. It
Promises of
was
marriage.
bullshit.
Fishing.
She promised glory, infamy, immortality. She promised a transcendence of the physical form, of attachment to my original planet and culture. She promised even that I would rise above everything I had accomplished with the conquest of my own world. She told me there was so much more to discover, if only I persevered and achieved absolute victory.
Are you telling me that's what's in store for me if I, like, win?
I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking you to consider it, just as she was.
Okay. I think I get the game you're playing. And the, like, weird verbal rules it has for some fucking reason. Whatever, I can play along.
You already have been. And as I said, you've been doing quite well.
So when she told you that stuff hypothetically, what did you do?
Hypothetically,
for the sake of the argument.
What if you had a wet ass P word? I continued doing what I was already doing. Because regardless of where the ideas originated, I believed what I was doing for my world was right. But I continued with additional vigor. Because it was then that I began to believe I was becoming a crucial part of something which had great cosmic significance. It seemed to me that I was assuming a place in a lineage of unfathomably consequential figures, which spanned millions of years and billions of stars.
I guess that's a sort of motivation, sure.
It doesn't sound like the type of idea which motivates you, though.
I don't know, it's a fucking lot.
That's a perfectly reasonable stance. And it is why my predecessor felt it was important to leave the truth of herself as speculative, and why I am doing so with you as well. Because there is no motivation which can truly substitute the feeling of conviction that what you are doing is right. And that sense must come from within you, not from fairy tales of space and infamy.
Well, ellipses. I do think what I'm doing is right, but it's also really hard and it's fucking up my friendship and making me fucking sad all the time.
Damn, he's fucking
He is
pissed
like
at that.
JoJo.
I didn't say it was easy. In fact, I'm telling you the opposite, just as my predecessor told me.
But it sounds like she lit a fire under your ass all the same. When she told you all the stuff, didn't you say you did it with, like, extra vigor?
Yes,
What does that even mean?
it means I was fucking brutal. I fucking went hard.
Ellipses.
Is this not what you wanted to hear?
It sounds fucked up, and it sounds like what I'm already worried about, and what Abyss really worried about.
You mean Abby?
Abby's, sorry. That almost looks like Abyss.
Yeah, it does.
Abby's really worried about. I don't think I can hurt her anymore.
I remember what it was like to have mortal concerns like these. I feel nothing but sympathy for what you are experiencing. But these are very small matters compared to the grand scale we are discussing. You must understand.
It sounds like you're trying to convince me of being more hardcore about this. But trust me, dude, it's already there.
You really aren't.
Man, I've made some fucking lists, and I just shot a girl today. And she killed Abby's parents, and
I'm not lecturing you. I'm actually paying you a compliment. You have come so much further than I did in a much shorter period of time.
how long did it take you?
It took me many years to crush all forces of opposition on my planet. The lives lost were countless. You have spent only months pursuing your mission, and yet incredibly, you are on the precipice of total victory.
I am?
The fact that success is so nearly within your grasp may not be obvious to you, but it is very clear to me.
So, if what I'm hearing is right, you've been. Wait one sec. Coming. I thought it said coning or something. You've been coming into my dreams basically to finally tell me how much better at this I am than you.
That's not inaccurate, but it is
This guy's
also
chat.
foolish to be overconfident. Even more foolish to assume the level of brutality you've already inflicted will be remotely sufficient for completing your mission. Withdrawing now from your instincts for survival, and the violence that flows from it naturally, would be a great mistake.
I don't know if I really ellipses. I mean, Abby thinks I should just delete these lists.
Just debate them.
She is
when
not
a
the
debating
supreme
it.
honk effects. You are.
I know.
There were so many who opposed me too. Their methods and motivations are always the same: ridicule, jealousy, conniving, greed, and lust for your power. They will all try to kill you eventually, I promise.
So I should, uh,
You remember why you wrote your lists originally, don't you?
yeah.
Don't you remember what they did to deserve it?
Ellipses.
There's nothing else for me to say, because you already know this as well as I. The moment you wrote down their names, they were already dead.
He's so cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Fucking
Oh my
Riotous is a
level.
badass, God.
She got a nosebleed because of how hot he is.
You wake up and it's still nighttime. How long were you out? It couldn't have been more than a few hours. The dream you was the most intense you've ever had. So intense you're bleeding somehow.
That's what happens when you do weed, kids.
And you've been gripping your phone so tight your hand hurts. What the? Please, your entire hated list has been copied into a text message addressed to ring 3. Did you do this in your sleep?
Do it.
They've responded with understandable
Execute
confusion.
Order 66.
They're wondering what the purpose of this list is and what you want them to do. You know there's only one possible reason you would have dropped this list here, unconsciously or otherwise. Understanding the correct moral choice is rarely that hard. You usually have more than enough information available to decide. A good friend who loves you, a girl who's done everything in her power to keep you from going astray, and offered as collateral was her heart, which would shatter if you fell too far. But there are other factors to consider, factors which all good sense in the hearts of our loved ones have rarely been able to compete with. There's the factor of inevitability.
She's Thanos.
Your vision was inevitable. The sledgehammer it's taken to the capitalist order of this planet was inevitable. And what is perhaps also inevitable is your wrath. As Riotous rightly pointed out, these people brought this upon themselves. The moment they spoke of your name with a sense of spite, they should have known they were speaking a suicidal curse, inviting this inevitability into their lives someday.
This would be cool if this is the one time we have a choice.
Oh, I assure you, we won't. Inevitability is defined by the forces which try to stop it. Its strength is measured by everything that gets in. Its way only to be crushed. The power of a nation, the heart of a friend, even the conscience of the host or That is to say, the vessel meant to deliver the unstoppable. Your conscience can make you bleed through the nose and turn your knuckles white to put a fight against the inevitable. Okay, that's a bit much.
Yeah, one skull would have gotten the message just
Yeah,
fine.
I mean, you're just delaying your message now at this point. Like, fucking some of them probably don't even have data plans for texting. Like, come on. You probably just cost them 25 cents, fucking douchebag. But just like every single one of these miserable fucking rats had never even stood a chance.
Chapter end?
Probably. That was a good fucking chapter. I like that one.
Yeah, that was better.
Yeah, Riotous studied the blade.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's clown ninja or clown samurai.
But yeah, no, this is definitely all. That entire sequence is definitely all in her head. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It was literally just like reaffirming what she thought. That's, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'd love it if it was
supernatural. I refuse to believe otherwise.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Send.
All right, and that's it for this episode. We'll see you next time, viewers.
Brought to you by the father of Soviet communism, Dennis Prager.
Yes.